The power of multinational corporations like McDonald's to influence the cultural landscape of a place should not be underestimated. MNCs control a huge proportion of the world's wealth, and as previously discussed, they make their money through commodifying culture. MNCs are now found in even the most remote places and are often found in third world countries where they aim to exploit a cheap labour force to make more profit. As Western capitalism is increasingly found in far-out places, the power of capitalism to influence the cultural landscape is clear to see. Local cultures may interact with Western capitalism brought to an area through MNCs to create something unique and different, something of a hybrid third space. Some suggest then that corporate culture is becoming indigenized, and not only does capitalism create the culture of a place, but the existing culture creates capitalism too. I particularly like the example of the Maharaja Mac available at McDonald's India, a strange crossover between the local culture and the Western one that is spreading worldwide. Capitalism has the ability to define a particular role for a place through establishing the hegemonic culture there. Capitalism defines distinctive roles for certain places, and they become characterized by a certain set of social relations. For example, Hollywood is now so associated with the film industry, it is hard to imagine any other industry being the dominant one there. Film and television is a culture that capitalism has taken to the place of Hollywood, which is now famous for the studios located there. The area attracts wealth from big money film producers and actors moving to the area for work, but also creates additional wealth through tourism. Holidaymakers flock to the area to visit the locations where films may have been shot and to see the famous Boulevard of Stars. Opportunists in Hollywood further take advantage of the role capitalism has created for the place by offering trips such as tours of the Stars' home in Beverly Hills. There is even a theme park celebrating the film industry to make even more money. On a more personal level, I see examples of how capitalism has made a place through controlling its culture every day at home in the South Wales valleys.
Yes, they all come to meet me on the reach, smiling sweetly. It's good to touch the green grass of home.
Capitalism came to the valleys during the Industrial Revolution in the form of the coal industry. Massey talks of the spatial division of labour and how capitalism defines distinctive roles or functions for particular places. The valleys have become defined by and connected with these particular economic industries and social relationships which have become hard to change. Traces of the historical background of them remain in the form of old mining institutes and working men's clubs. As capitalism values different places at different times, it has moved on from the area, leaving these places in decline. It also affects a region's future as well as its past, as places become locked into certain paths of development and take time to adapt to new industries. This is known as the path dependency theory. It is clear then that culture and place are highly interconnected, yet both are contested concepts. Often place is contested over by different cultural groups to gain control. The dominant cultural group in a place lays down the cultural context under which everyday life is played out. Some people may belong to and be in place with that cultural group. However, others will find themselves out of place. In today's society, though, one culture we can all relate to is that of capitalism, which through globalization has come to control most of the world's spaces. We could argue then that everyone belongs no matter where they are, as we all buy into the capitalist system, whether we are an employee or an employer, a local or a tourist. Some try to resist against the system, as demonstrated through anti-capitalist protests that occur regularly. However, at the end of these protests, the fact remains that many people will return to their 9-to-5 job, pick up a coffee on the way to work before stopping off at the supermarket on the way home. To conclude then, I can say that the statement, "the cultural world is primarily about the control, order and use of place," is a very true one, and in today's society the cultural world is created by capitalism, which controls and orders most of the world's space.